Hello, everyone. Good morning to you. It's another amazing Friday morning, and as always, I'm excited to be here. My name is Ayodele-Bamisaiye of Dexteritas Professional Corporation. I'm coming to you from our offices right here in Calgary, and I'm always excited to do this. It's been an exciting week for me. Um, Shout out to BBVA for that amazing innovation expo yesterday. It was great to be there in the evening, listening to the city come out to, honor what we have been able to do as a community in the entrepreneurship space. It was great to meet you, Rads, of the legal pod. Fantastic connecting with Biodo Duniyi of Event Paddy, who, by the way, is working with us at Startup Court to bring Founders Launch to you. More about that in a little while. It was also great to meet Bumi in her, her person, right? Bumi Obateru speaking about the research that's coming out of the Bow Valley College as far as entrepreneurship and immigrants and Black people are concerned in Canada, as far as growth and success is being discussed. So yeah, yesterday was a real good day. I didn't make it to Ryan's roundup. I'm sure it would be an amazing time. There've been an amazing time. I'm going to check out details of that on LinkedIn later today. This morning, I want to speak to people who are thinking about entrepreneurship, early stage entrepreneurs, right? Those kind of people. Those are the people I want to talk to specifically this morning. Those are the guys who are my focus. It comes to a time in your career when, you've done something professionally for quite a while enough. You're comfortable with your craft, you're skilled enough to, run the project from start to finish, end to end, post to post. You have it down to the nines, and you're like, I think I could do this. I think I could do this by myself. I think I can do this, on a larger scale. I think I can do this better than my bosses, that kind of a thing. And then some people call it the entrepreneurial itch. There's all sorts of names to it. But the point is, you're coming to that point where you're saying to yourself, you know what, I want to do something for myself. There's a lot of that going on around these days. Yes, you're the one I'm talking to. Yes. Today, this is for you. So why does it matter? Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to start a business? Are you unhappy with your job? Are you trying to solve a problem? Are you aware of the gap between a skill and an enterprise, right? Hi, Peter Gay. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining us, Lifted. Great to see you guys. Yeah. So those are some of the questions that I think you should be considering in your mind if you're not mulling them already. So to get started, I want to point out a few things that you need to do to prepare for entrepreneurship, to prepare for owning a business. Number one is a mindset shift. And when I say a mindset shift, I mean it's a seismic transformation of your mind from the bottom all the way up. Because fundamentally, the way an entrepreneur thinks, the way a business owner thinks is very different from the way an employee thinks. When you work at a job, you wake up in the morning, you get dressed, put yourself in the frame of mind to execute some tasks and deliver some work, turn in some reports. And then when the day is done, you shut down and you go do other things. When you're an entrepreneur, the day is only done when you have systems and processes in place that put you in a position where you don't have to be on 24/7. right? So people tell you that, oh, you know, when you're an entrepreneur, the day is never done. The work never stops. There are always clients to serve. There's always marketing to think about. There's planning to be done. there are new frontiers to take. That is true. However, for you to be in that place where you're saying that I'm able to create the ethos of entrepreneurship, which is buying your time back, it means you've been able to put systems in place that take all of that off you, and then you get to plug yourself into the business when you want to, when you have to, and then do other things as it becomes necessary. But the two mindsets are very, very, very different. And I wanted to point that out today. It's one thing to earn a paycheck. It's another thing absolutely to create value. Now, entrepreneurship requires resilience. Because, you know, when you're on the job and you try something out, you know, and it doesn't work, you look for a senior colleague, you share your thoughts. The senior colleague can help you. You escalate to senior management. You know what? If it gets too bad, you put in a resignation letter and you quit. And then you find another job, and that's that. But when you start a business, quitting has way more significant ramifications than just a resignation letter and then a job search, right? So it's very different. And that takes me to talking about risks and rewards. When you have a day job, you're used to, okay, I work for 2 weeks or half a month or a full month, and then I get a paycheck, and that's that, and you're fine. When you run a business, if you don't sell, you don't have income. And you know what? The bills don't stop coming. Both your personal bills and your business bills, they don't stop coming. They have no idea of your sales prowess. They are not informed about whether you are able to sell or not. All they care about is you've taken a service, you have our product, you have access to our platform, you need to pay the bill. So the bills do not stop coming. The risks and rewards of entrepreneurship and employment are very, very different. Now, what kind of skills do you need as an entrepreneur compared to employment? When it comes to employment, you just need to be able to do the work. Where the work could be preparing a balance sheet, for me as an accountant, or an income statement, or a complete set of financial statements. Mr. Davida, good to see you. Thanks for showing up. We appreciate that. It could be preparing a set of financial statements, doing some financial analysis, you know, having a conversation with a client about their financial situation. That's very different from prospecting clients to provide accounting services to. That's very different from designing services in a way that clients can procure them from you. That's very different from designing a future in which your accounting practice remains relevant in the face of changing regulations and economies and technology, right? So it's a very, 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 very different world. And all I'm trying to do today is point out to you to say, hey, the skills are different, the requirements are different, and achieving in this space, right, based on all of these requirements is possible. It's not impossible, but there's work to do. Yes, there's work to do. So what are practical steps that you can take in entrepreneurship to prepare yourself for that? Number one, you don't just say, I want to start a business. You need to have a clear idea of the problem that you want to solve. If you are opening up, if you are buying a good old brick and mortar business like a franchise, a car wash, a pizza store, those kind of standard businesses, the idea has been researched, and you most likely have a model that you are taking on, and all you need to do is run with the idea. But sometimes you are sitting down, you're thinking about things from scratch, and you're like, you know what? I see a gap in a particular space, and I want to take advantage of that gap to create economic value for myself. When you find yourself in that situation, you want to sit down and validate that idea and ensure that there's actually a market for that product, right? That's step one. The economic reality of step two is the fact that you have to build a financial safety net for yourself. Your kids really do not want to know that daddy has started a business. That is why we cannot have the basics of life anymore. Nobody wants that to be the case. You want to be able to provide for your family the way you've always done. You want to be in that place where you remain comfortable, even though you're starting a business. The fact is, it won't always go that way. However, you need to prepare for it. You need to plan for it. So while you're still in paid employment, I'm sure you've heard about the concept of an emergency fund. You need to put that emergency fund in place. 3 to 6 months of operating expenses squirreled away in an account, which ensures that when you start your business, if things are not happening the way you need them to happen, at least you can pay your bills and feed your family. That's important. That's key. That's required. Now, you don't have to go in on a two-footed challenge. A two-footed challenge in soccer gets you a red card. So you can start it as a side hustle. Start at home in the evenings. Start at the weekends. Test out the idea. Find a client or two. Serve them. Send out 1 or 2 invoices. Make some money. Be certain that this is a real business and you can potentially make it your means of livelihood. Now, I'm going to talk about one of the things that I know hurt most business owners, and that is financial management. My name is Ayodele-Bamisaiye. I'm a CPA. I run Dexteritas Professional Corporation. It is my job to help business owners keep their books. And I can tell you for free that more than 70% of business owners do their books at the end of the year when it is time to prepare tax returns. Most business owners have no idea how their business is doing. They know how much it is making. They may not necessarily know how much they're spending. But a full-blown financial management mindset is missing with most small businesses in particular, right? So if you are going to start a business, make up your mind before you start that you are going to make financial management one of your superpowers. Record your sales, record your expenses, have a plan for who you are prospecting, where the sales for the next 3-6 months are coming from, and what that will look like for you in terms of cash flow. It makes a world of difference. It allows you to be able to pay yourself a salary. It allows you to be able to manage your costs. It allows you to be able to manage your life. It allows you to be able to manage the business and manage towards growth. So you know what is happening on a day-to-day in your business, right? So please learn the basics of business finances. Understand what it is to read a balance sheet. Understand what it is to read an income statement. Understand what it means to have a cash flow forecast for your business. These are fundamentals, right? Before you start, make sure you have a business plan. It's not a piece of paper that you hide away. It is a living document that supports your decision making. So you say to yourself, oh, I plan to make $100,000 in revenue selling widgets. Fantastic. Who's going to buy $100,000 worth of widgets from you? You got to have an answer to that question, right? So, and the last point I want you to leave you with is this. If you don't know the way and you can't chart a course, find somebody who's walked the path before. So if you're considering starting a business, find somebody who has started either any business or at least somebody who's in business for themselves, preferably somebody who's in your line of business, and have a conversation with them. And you don't have to tell them, oh, I formally want you to be my mentor. You can just call them up build a relationship, build the kind of relationship that allows you to be able to call them up from time to time and just have a conversation about their business and your thoughts about business. And then let's see where that goes. That may become an informal mentorship. It may become a friendship. It may become a relationship that changes your life. So, food for thought. It's Friday morning. 6 basic thoughts or 6 basic skills that you need when you're starting in business. Again, 1, validate your idea. 2, you need to build a financial safety net. 3, start as a side hustle first. Don't do a 2-footed challenge. That's a red card right there. Learn basics of business finances. Create a simple business plan. Definitely find yourself a mentor. My name is Ayodele-Bamisaiye of Dexteritas Professional Corporation here in Calgary. I'm always excited to come here on Friday morning and just share my thoughts. And this has been Finance Friday for you. I am grateful I get to do this. I do not take it for granted. For everyone who has showed up to listen, thank you. For everyone who's following us, you can find this on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, as well as on YouTube, all on my personal handles. And I leave you with this. If you're preparing for entrepreneurship, don't give yourself a red card. Take your time, understand what you're doing, at least understand the service you're trying to deliver, and then start little by little. There's lots of room, there's lots of opportunity, and entrepreneurship can change your life. This is my thought, and I wish you the best on this amazing Friday morning. Have an excellent rest of your day. Bye for now.